Hello dears, Mikey here. Thank you so much for the 100 subscribers and welcome to the spiel build that celebrates the 100 subscribers, like I said. I'm so happy. Thank you so much first of all for your big support and for your likes and your views and for your support on my Twitch channel as well. And I must say this building was quite of a challenge because I'm not used to build buildings this big. Like I never built a big castle like this one, and I was really struggling with the shape because I think this time I'm not going to forget to put the images that I'm inspired on or that I take off ideas. I'm going to put it on the edition, and as you can see I was looking through 3 different images. The first 2 ones are the Queen of Hearts castle by Tim Burton in Alice in Wonderland, and the other one is actually the Queen of Hearts of Hearts castle of the book of the story itself. So as you can see I did some transitions here because this took me 14 hours to build because I tried different shapes. And by the way, these 2 big arcs of flowers that you are seeing them in a heart shape was me trying to do the Tim Burton's castle, but I decided not to do it because it's impossible to do that kind of architecture yet on The Sims 4 because you can't really do curved walls or curved ornaments or curved columns. This was my attempt to do one of the images that passed through. If you look at it, you can see the resemblance. So like I was saying, this took me 14 hours to build. So I skipped the steps that don't enter in the final design because I tried different designs, I tried different shapes, and you will see that further in the video I'm going to delete a bunch of parts and I let that be on the video so you can really tell what's going to stay to the final design and what's not going to the final design. So I was really struggling. This was not looking at all at a fancy castle, and I wanted this to be a building over the top because it was the celebration of my 100 subscribers. I never had 100 subscribers in a YouTube channel before, and yeah, now you see me changing the whole layout, not whole of it, but at least a big part of it, since I was really like, oh my god, this is not working at all, and I'm going to just trying to fix it. Another thing that it's going to be really a challenge, besides of the building that I did for, like I said, 14 hours, and took me like 4 stream days, and I streamed for like 4 to 6 hours, so this was a really big time-consuming building, but I really liked how it looked like in the end. But like I was saying, oh my god, this is going to be a big challenge just because the video has a freaking 1 hour length, and I don't know how I'm going to handle the voiceover during 1 hour. I mean, I have plenty of stuff to say, but when I turn off the record button and I actually start recording it, I forgot everything I want to say. And if I wrote down in a paper, I'm going to be really not focused on the voiceover, and I'm going to try to read what's on the paper, and I'm going to stutter more than usual. So yeah, so this is me fixing the layout. I was not really digging the other one, and I think it actually turning out to gain some shape. the last image that I show you, it shows a lot of turrets and a lot of different heights of roofs, and I mean that's quite impossible to do in Sims 4. I mean, it's not difficult to do or impossible different heights of roofs, but the way that the image was given to me was quite impossible, so I tried to compensate that and work with other things that would make look the towers one bigger than others. So this building also has a big landscaping, because half of this lot, this is the biggest lot that exists in Sims 4 in Wittenberg world. It's the 40 by 50 if I'm not mistaken, and half of the lot is the building itself and the other half is like only landscaping. Okay, so here I'm adding this little front turret, and I was placing this really plain windows that I'm going to change it later, and I decided to do the I don't know how do you call this in English. Just let me check on Google Translate. How do you call that kind of I use like an half wall to do that effect of the castles. Like, how do you call it? Let me see what the Google Translator says me, so I can actually give myself to the I can actually lose time saying that I'm going to do this and doing while I'm recording, because I have a freaking hour. So let me see, how do you say it? I know how do you say in Portuguese. Oh, the battlements walls. I think it's that. I decided to do that with two different heights of half walls, and you can really tell, so it's not really difficult to do. I actually saw someone doing that on YouTube. I don't remember who the builder was, but if it was you, and if it was you the first who did this to do the battlements walls on the castle, you can like comment on my video and saying, "Whoa, that was my idea. I don't want to steal building ideas." I do actually inspire me on others simmers that build on YouTube, and I watch their videos with big attention, and I try to incorporate their ideas with mine, and I try to mix all of them. Just so I can improve my buildings. So actually one of the features of this building that I'm doing right now are the moats. I think you say that way. Are the moats? Yeah, the moats. Moats. That's how the Google Translator says. I'm going to play it again.
Moats.
It's moats. So this actually was me trying to do a moat that it's not part of the castles that normally usually they have the crocodiles, and it's like to do not let anyone enter through the castle. And since the image that I was inspiring me of had like a little bridge, one of those that can lift, I decided to do a basement underneath the first floor and create these moats with this really greenish water, so it looks like it's dirty because it's like a swampy water like. And later on I'm really going to decorate this with lots of plants and a lot of fountains and a lot of rocks. And I really think that I turned it out well. Actually, like I was saying, this was an idea that I took off from one of my favorite builders on here on YouTube. It was Hatsy. She did like a building, a castle, a haunted castle for Wittenberg. That venue that's on near that green maze. that's supposedly haunted, and she did a new kind of castle, and yeah, I did take this idea from her video, so I'm going to put her link below on the description. I'm still doing the modes, and this time I was like, oh my god, the castle is shaping in, it's turning out really nicely. I'm so happy. I really wanted this build to look over the top, because 100 subscribers, it might sound a little, but it's a lot for me. Like 100 people subscribing to my channel is like a life goal. And yeah, I wanted to gift you with this really over-the-top building, and as you can see, this is really taking shape now. It really looks like a castle. I want to call it an inspired Queen of Hearts, but I want to believe this is my version of the Queen of Hearts Alice in Wonderland's castle, because I really love Wonderland, and I use some of the techniques that I use on the Mad Hatter's house that I did my version, and yeah, I really like this, how this mode look like, because I'm going to put 2 windows on that 2 parts of wall, and it's going to be a bedroom over there, and you can be on the bedroom and watch the moat and the fountains and all of the plants over there. I'm really happy. So I tried to skip a lot of steps here, because once I begin decorating the moats, it's only going to get a little bit repetitive, like placing rocks, and placing some vegetation. And this is the time I was talking you about. I found the really cool windows that really match more the essence of this building, that came with the Get to Work expansion pack. Yeah, if you don't have Get to Work, a lot of objects are going to disappear from this building. I'm so sorry, but it was impossible to do a castle for me, at least this kind of castle, without some stuff pack, expansion pack items that came with the expansion packs. Like I said, sometimes I'm a little bit repetitive, but I'm sorry. It's really a challenge. Keep speaking in English and saying everything that's on my mind on my not mother tongue. But yeah, adding some trimming to make the castle look a little more I don't know, detailed, with a lot of details. I really tried my best, and I give it all on the details. And yeah, I wanted to make this castle really fancy, really over the top, and then again I'm repeating myself. If you have watched this video until the end, and if you really are going to watch it, because what I advise you, it's like keep jumping on the YouTube loading bar and going forward on the video to see what's happening to the building. I do that a lot because I know it's tiring to watch 1 hour of a speed build, and being 1 hour listening to my voice, it must be really tiring and annoying, I must say. And yeah, like I was saying, I pretend to do this on my future buildings, because I never tried the Sims 4 camera options. I know that you could do some cinematics with camera movements, with travelings, with panoramics, with pannings, and all those kind of camera movements. And this time I give it a try, and before I upload the speed build, I decided to do a cinematic / showcase of the building with some background music. I did not voice over it, but you can watch the whole result of this 1 hour speed build over there. The link is going to be on the description, as well on the end of the video. And yeah, I hope you like it. Let me know if you want more cinematic / showcases videos. I'm sure I'm going to do them because I really had a fun time doing them. Some of the camera movements are a little bit shaky, if you want to call it, because it was my first time trying to do something with them. And yeah, I hope you like it. I think it gives you a different perception of the building than taking some screenshots and putting them on the end of the video. So I did my best. I really did my best. Yeah, so if you did not watch it yet, go ahead, go watch it. If you do not pretend watch this until the end and you wanna jump to the final results, you can just go and watch it. I mean, yeah. So I do have more speed builds, and I've been a little bit busy, and that's why this speed build is a little bit late, because it was supposed to be released on the last week. So if you really pay attention to my channel, you know that I try to post one speed build per week, but there was a gap on the last week because I went to a job interview. I went to meet a friend of mine that came for the Netherlands, and I had a really lot of work to do, and I'm actually a little bit addicted to Pokemon Go. Like I was saying, there you go. Here it's what I was talking about. Like if you go and watch the main image, I try. It has different heights of towers, and I scaled the roof objects to make the tower look a little bit more tall than the others, and I decided to use some flags because the castle has some flags. Actually, I think the flags have like a cooker. Okay, it has something to do with the kitchen, but I don't really care. They really serve. They really fit in the castle, and I really tried to put a lot of stuff. And yes, in this building I'm using a lot of mismatch objects. Like if you see, if you can watch previously when I was putting these kind of ornament things to the other roof, it was on a golden color, and this one are more whiter, because I want to create a mismatched kind of look, because this is Wonderland, and I used a lot of techniques from the house that I did from MaikiTan. Now I'm doing a maze, as you can see, and I'm going to place a lot of scale objects like I did on the MaikiTan's house. Like I was saying, the techniques of scaling objects, it's really cool to give you the Wonderlandian look to your building. And I really love Wonderland. I must say, Alice in Wonderland it's one of my favorite fairy tales, one of my favorite Disney movies, and I love Cheshire Cat. I really must do Alice on a creative sim. I've been not posting any videos of creative sim, and you maybe enjoyed it. I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, this is the part that I'm going to place a bunch of rocks, because I decided, oh my god, this part I'm not going to add a fence. I'm just going to put a lot of rocks to make this look like a natural moat, because one thing that really annoys me, and there you go, the big elephant, bush elephant, I decided to scale it, and I think it looks awesome. I'm so happy though. I'm really happy with this, and the llama, and I scaled the llama. Like I was saying, I was adding the rocks because since I never get along with this word. Oh my god, since or science? Since? I think it's since. Okay, so since we don't have any terrain tool in The Sims 4 yet, we have to do basements and take off the ceiling to look like this. and they will have that rough edge that I don't really like. So I always decided to put some rocks all over it, so it looks a little more how do I say it, mixed, like blended with the grass. And yeah, this garden, the landscape took me a while, like more than half of the video it's about landscaping, okay? And I was not a really landscaping builder until I started playing Sims 4. Like in Sims 2 I never did something like this. In Sims 3, like, it was horrible for me to build because I do have a decent computer, I do have a gaming computer, I can like play almost any game here, but the Sims 3 is just a bad game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Sims 3, I love the gameplay wise is awesome, but it's a lag fest. Oh my god, I cannot build like and chilling at the same time because it's all lagging. It's all lagging. Another thing that I want to say is I was really overwhelmed when I was building this. So if you see me not being that organized as I usually am, I'm not that organized, okay? Because sometimes I'm doing like I'm placing plants and then again I remember, oh my god, the other edge doesn't have rocks, and I skip what I'm doing and I'm going to do the other thing that I forgot to do. So this is not that organized at all. So you are going to watching me skipping like it's like a ping pong ball, you know? I'm like jumping to different spots of the garden and going back and going further, and I'm doing a lot of stuff at the same time because I was so overwhelmed because I'm not really used to do big builds. I usually do like medium size houses, small houses, because I really like to put everything like I don't know, cozy. I like to put things together and look cozy, and I tried my best to fill up the entire lot so it would look like really complex. Okay, here I'm adding some of the new pack stuff that came with the backyard stuff pack, those butterflies. I decided to do a big chess game with the lighting that came with Get Together, if I'm not mistaken. I know this is wrong, but I'm going to correct it. I know that a chessboard is 8 by 8 squares, and here it's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 by 6. So thank you, my follower who said me, I think it was Gandalf, I'm not sure, it was someone who said me, look, Mikey, it's actually 8 by 8 and not 6 by 5 or 6 by 7 or wherever. I really wanted to add some cricket because I know Queen of Hearts is really obsessed with cricket and flamingos, so you are going to watch me putting some big flamingos and size we don't have, and chess. Of course I'm going to add a chess game in the middle of the garden because chess is the one of the main features of Alice in Wonderland. Okay, just messing around with the terrain paintings, and then again I was like using the terrain painting tool, and then I remember, oh, I have to put some rocks over here. Yeah, this is not the most organized speed build, but yeah, I think I did a great job. I don't want to sound like cocky or something, but I think I could manage to make this look over the top. I did in this build both in the outside and the inside, it has a lot of seating areas, which does not really bother me because with the multitasking, now Sims can like sit everywhere in this slot and do whatever they want. Okay, so I think sitting spots is really good for Sims in The Sims 4 because they use it a lot. I decided to do like a wedding part, a wedding cozy wedding corner over here, because why not? It's a big build. I think it should have the whole features the game can offer you. I think, no, even a pool. I'm going to even add a pool in the basement. It's like I wanted to call it the big bathtub for the big bath queen baths, whatever. And yeah, I'm going to use a lot of fountains as well, and I did skip a lot of landscaping because it's all in placing rocks. You're not missing anything important. The whole important steps are here. I just wanted to not make this really repetitive because I managed to make this end with 1 hour, which I think it's really big, but before I decided to edit out some steps of the building, because I really like when the builders let the whole steps on the build, because you can learn how they did the things and you can improve your own build skills. But before I did this was 2 hours length, okay? 2 hours long. It was too much. So I decided to add another fence just because I was feeling that this part of the lot was a little bit naked, if you want to call it that. I'm going to add a lot of painting easels so your Sims can paint on the outside, because I really think it's really awesome. I think you can take a really good screenshots. I'm adding a wishing well because this is a Wonderland in building. We need magic stuff, and like I was saying, since this does not have the cricket game, I decided to add that game when you send the horse's shoe, because I don't know the name in English for that. It came with the outdoor retreat game pack, yeah. And I actually found a new technique for the terrain to make it look fancy. It's like, make it really irregular and like use your hand like it's a dolphin and you're making a dolphin hand and like you're waving, and it's going to look really awesome. And I was making this more thin over there and more large over there. I'm actually used a lot of the ruins objects that came with the last expansion pack, and I'm going to use the romantic stuff pack that give me a big end on this building. And this is one of my favorite parts, because I could have used the one trimming or one fence to make the moat more secure. Like, sometimes I like to think that I'm building a real build for real people, so someone could like kill themselves. Someone can kill themselves like by falling all over. By the way, those heads that I decided to put randomly on the garden are not randomly, because the favorite catchphrase from the Queen of Hearts is off with their heads, and why not having random heads on the garden? Like I was saying, I used a lot of ruins, and there you have another flamingo. I really tried to use those objects and those figures and those shapes that really resembles the Queen of Hearts. And yeah, besides the flamingos and the rabbit, because the white rabbit that I put a while ago on the garden, besides of that, I have to warn you, the interior furnishing and the interior, it's going to be with a lot of red, okay? Because it's Queen of Hearts, she loves red. And that's why I tried to use the most red and white. I think she also likes white because she gets mad with Alice when she paints her white roses to red roses. So I think she has an obsession by white and red stuff. So now I'm going to add some lighting. So I think I'm reaching the end of the landscaping. I used some lanterns, and at this moment I scaled the lanterns to make it look like garden lamps, and I really like what I did with this fountain. And like I was trying to say before, I was talking about the fountain effect I did. This was the part that my computer, that the game start like lagging a bit, because this is a really big lot with a big bunch of objects. So this doesn't take that long to load. I was hoping to this take more than I expected, but it's a little bit laggy to work in here. So yeah, I think I'm really almost done with this. I'm adding some more. Oh, of course, the outside F2 has some landscaping as well. And yeah, you don't have no idea how many times I had to pause the voiceover to drink water, because my voice, my throat started to be a little bit dry, and I needed to drink some water. And besides of that, it's so hot here in Portugal. You don't have any idea how hot it is. I'm forced to not have the fan on, because you would listen the background noise, but besides from that, yeah, it's really hot in here. So this is the part that I took the most of time, because it's time to decorate the mode. So a lot of ivy, a lot of rocks, a lot of fountain, and it's going to take a while to do this. Feel free to jump up. I did edit most of the parts, so you don't find it really boring, but I really try to make sure that you see how I did this, because it's really important. Like I was saying minutes ago, I really like to show how I do things, because that's how I learn from the other builders, like from XFreezerBunny, the Urban Sims, Hatsy, and so on, the Sim Supplies, Deligracy, because they include all of their work in the video. But this time I was really forced to edit some things out. What more can I say? I mean, we are like half an hour. We have another half an hour, and I can't wait to us to enter the castle, so I can really explain you a lot of stuff that I did, because some stuff you cannot understand. I don't know, because there is like a kind of, it's not random, because this was a really big build, and while I was dividing the inside rooms, I was like, what the hell I'm going to turn this room in? What the hell I'm going to use in here? And a lot of stuff came to my mind, and since she's a queen, she has a lot to do, and I was able to turn different rooms in different kind of rooms, I guess. I'm so sorry, this is so difficult, and I wouldn't feel nice to like stop the voiceover right now and like jump right and put some background music. There you go. The windows I was talking about, this really looks really gorgeous on the showcase. You must go watch it. Like, you are inside of your room and you are watching this really enchanting lake with a greenish water, which may look that it's not clean enough, but at the same time it has its beauty. I think it has. I could actually use some fish spawns, so I would make this a little bit more living, but I don't think so. I really like this, how this turned out, and the fountains and the stuff. By the way, about future buildings, I do have a list of buildings that I really want to do, and one of them is the Harry Potter apartment complex, because a few days ago I watched Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I watched the first movie in like I didn't watch that movie for some years ago, and I was like, this is really good for a speed build. By the way, this time I think I learned my lesson, and before I decided to divide any room or to make any rooms, I decided to place the damn stairs. So the damn stairs this time are going to be right placed, and it's going to be a really big hallway. Thank God we are like in the interior design right now. We are going to have a really big hallway with the upstairs stairs and the downstairs staircase. We are going to have a really big kitchen and 2 bathrooms and 1 royalty bedroom. I like to call it royalty because I did some guest rooms which does not have the same. They are not luxurious as the royalties room are. And then we have some staff rooms. I think we only have 1 staff room, so yeah. And I decided to extend the basement and to add the mailbox and the trash can. So I decided later on to add that big clock because I don't know, this might look, this is like a clock tower, but I think it really enters in the concept of Wonderland because clocks, time, I don't know if you watched the last Alice in Wonderland Tim Burton's movie, but I don't want to spoil you, but it's about going out in time. You go to the past, you go to the future. Actually, only she goes to the past, so yeah. Now I was trying to find a tile that would match the floor and that would give that medieval looking, because after all this is a castle and this might be a little bit luxurious for a medieval castle, but it has to have some things to do with it. Because after all, it's a castle, but at the same time, it's a Wonderland castle, so it can have that luxurious look that I tried to do. I really, like I said, I really struggle for having so big rooms, and the inside is going to be just like the outside. I'm going in this big entrance wall. I'm going to add a lot of seating areas because when you don't know what else to put, why not a seating area? I really like how this rug looks like in the middle of the hallway, in the middle of the 2 staircases. I was trying to add this bear because he has a red heart on it, and since she's the Queen of Hearts, she loves red, white, like I said, and heart-shaped things. So I decided to add a lot of stuff that is heart-shaped. There's not a bunch of stuff which has the heart shape in the game, but I decided to spam it a lot, and a lot of red flowers, a lot of white flowers, a lot of red furniture. Of course, I tried to run away from the red, if you can say that, and I tried to use more neutral colors. So this would be like a red monochrome colored castle, and I did not want it that. One of the rooms is going to be like a really pale blue, and the other one is going to be pink. And I decided to do this part of the underneath the towers to make like a greenhouse, like the part where the castle has their crops, because I mean the staff needs to harvest the crops to do really awesome meals for the queen. Yeah. And yeah, I decided to use a lot of curtains, red curtains. I'm going to spam these curtains all over the building. There are some parts that I decided to break the red curtain thingy because I decided, well, this is like not only for the queen to use, so I decided to use the same curtains because these curtains are really luxurious and they really look really royalty, that some royalty family would use on their house slash sketch castle. But yeah, I decided to change it, the color, some in some of the rooms. I do use some custom content, in particular that sync. It's not from Maxis, I downloaded. So if you download this house on my gallery, it's already available. I actually do always put the house before I do the speed build editing stuff. So if you follow me on my gallery, you have access for my next speed build before I do actually the video. And now the kitchen. I decided to use a black and white color scheme. Don't mind the balloons because I only use that to have enough lighting to furnish this. And yeah, I decided to use this really dark wallpaper, white and gray with really dark wood on it, so it can match the cabins and the counters of the kitchen. I decided to add 2 stoves, the old ones that look more old-fashioned, but I decided to take there when I start building the island, because I was like, they are not centered, and this is giving me OCD, because you know I like symmetrical stuff, but in this building there are a lot of stuff that are minimal, so that's why they don't even bother me. They are minimal, but there are some stuff in this building that are not symmetrical, but I don't even care because they look alright. And there you go, I decided to change the stoves to the island because I think it really looks very well. I did add these really cool chairs, I don't know. Maybe for the stuff of the castle heating here, and that 2 cabins over there that I just had below the wall cabins, that furniture is going to go away further in the video because they are really popping out in the wrong idea, because I don't think they really match with the rest of the design of this house. Adding some rugs. I decided to add another cabin, and that was a no. And now we went out of lighting, and now I am trying to choose lighting. I went with the candles almost for the whole building. Sometimes I do use those ceiling lighting they are not like candles, but they look medieval dim, so I decided to use them. Maybe pens and knives were not a thing in this time, but I decided to add them anyways to the kitchen. I decided to make that long room in 2 separately rooms. One of them is going to be the dining room, and the other one is going to be the first royalty bedroom. I want to think that the Queen of Hearts do have a family, and she has their own bedroom that's going to be on the 2nd floor, and she has 1 room for her sister because she has a sister, and they can be they can apologize each other by now and live in the same castle. I don't know. This is just me thinking about it. And yeah, I decided to join 2 dining tables to make a big one. And at some time I decided that I wanted this to be also a banquet kind of room, but this was really small, so I decided to create a party banquet room on the basement, which has access to the leftmost of the castle. If you are looking in front of the castle, the leftmost, this one that's appearing on the left side, I'm going to add a lemon juice stall jar on this balcony, because I really think it's really cool for Sims to drink some juice over here. I know that the juice jar is going to look a little bit out of design according to the rest of the castle, but I don't really care because I do really think about this as a gameplay house, so you can use it like The Sims. Like I did not place any televisions because this is supposed to be an ancient antiqui. I don't know how do you say that in English, but I know how to antique building, and I didn't want to add any televisions, neither any computers, but I did add those gramophones. What you are watching now is me furnishing the throne room, or I like to call it, because this is the living room where the queen likes to sit over that chair. There's not there's no couches that look like a throne, so I had to do my throne setting all by myself, which was really funny. And I decided to make a place only for the queen to sit. I put roses, I put some teddy bears with a heart, and I put some presents because later on, because I like to think that this is the place where the queen receives like their guests, and she likes when the guests bring her presents, and she is always full of presents in here. Actually, now that I look, I really love this clock, and I scale it up, and I was not liking when I was building it, but when I was editing it, I was like, oh my god, why I didn't let it be with the scale shit on it, because I mean it looked great. And I'm going to adding some divisions to make the throne area more private. It has a fancy fireplace and a piano, so she can hire a pianist, and she's on the throne listening to the music. Like I was saying, in this floor you have a royalty room, and this one is like a beige, brown, coffee color. And yeah, besides from the red, I'm going to try to use really neutral colors. I don't know why I went to the second floor just to add doors, but I'm a mess building, and since this is a really big build, I turned out in a bigger mess, okay, than usual. This is going to be a master bedroom. This building has a lot of master bedrooms, okay, because a lot of them has their own private bathroom, like this one. And this room also has a balcony with an easel and a couch. I was trying to scale the wardrobes so I would give them the Wonderlandian look, but it was not working, and I decided to add those wall decoration with the sword on it. Like I said, the easel, and I decided to use this lantern and the couch. I really like these balconies actually, and I really like how this bathroom turned out. The bathrooms sometimes look a little bit empty, but I mean it's a castle. It's supposed to the rooms look big, so I think it works anyways, looking a little bit empty. But I don't know, the walls are so big, the walls are so are so tall that I think they work anyways. I decided to add that picture in almost every bathroom because I think it's a painting that looks very well on the bathrooms. Now I'm working on a staff member of the castle room. I decided I didn't know what to put in this tower because this is a tower, and I decided to do a staff like the butler of the castle would sleep there, and he has a really cool room, I must say. Now we are like furnishing the queen's office. I know why the fuck would the queen want a office? And the question is, I was asking myself when I was furnishing it actually. But it makes sense if she has some business to do with other kingdoms, like some political trades or I don't know, commercial stuff. and those kind of stuff, I think it's really cool for her to have an office. And yeah guys, makes sense. And like I was saying, I'm adding some presents, and I decided to put the couches, thanks to a follower of my Twitch channel, like a little bit angled on the diagonal with the table on the middle, so she can receive her guests and they sit on there. And I decided to put like a gramophone so she can work and listen to the music at the same time. And I guess the first floor is done and we are going to the second floor. I decided to add these two really cool chandeliers that I don't often use, because you have to kind of do that opened inside balcony over the stairs, so they will reach the floor level, and that really messes up with my... I think these chandeliers are made to use like this. This is a common bathroom with a shower, so everyone can use it. The staff, the royalty, the royal family, everything can use it, and the guests as well. Then again, I'm adding the curtains that I use everywhere on the first floor, and here I was like, how the fuck am I putting the bathroom of the queen? This is going to be the queen's master bedroom, and I was adding the bathroom on the right side of the queen's bedroom, and that had a door for the exterior, for the outside, so it didn't make sense. So here I'm going to use a lot of red, more than in the other division, because she's just obsessed with red. Okay, she is just obsessed with red. I'm going to use red, the same floor tile, and now I'm furnishing the bathroom. I wanted to look really luxurious, and I actually ended up putting a little fountain inside of the bathroom, so it looks really relaxing. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. Sorry, this is really random, but it's really hot in here. Yeah, and this is all about the bathroom, the queen's bathroom. And I'm really going back when I said to you that I went to a job interview. I'm going to do customer service in a call center company. I'm going to work to Microsoft customer service, and I'm really scared because I'm afraid to not being able to do this much quantity of videos. And yeah, but I think I'll make it work, and I'll make to work with my stream and with my YouTube channel, so don't be afraid. So in this room I decided to give it the red bed, to put some heart-shaped wall decorations above the bed, and the rest I decided to do with white accent colors, so the room wouldn't look that monochromatic, and size white is a really neutral color. I think it really looks really well. Like I said, I was really messing doing this building, and I decided to do the divisions, the room division in the basement. So in the basement you are going to have this pool that I like to call the big bathing tub for the queen. I'm going to add a sauna. I know it's weird, but why not? And I'm going to add a party and a party room and a bedroom on the basement as well, because I really want to use that two windows that I put on the moat to have a really relaxing bedroom. So I was struggling as well with these two turrets, octagonal, and the other one is a square-like. The square-like I put two benches, but I ended up putting a chess table, and in here I'm going to put the Don't Wake the Llama / the card table, so your Sims can play. And in Wonderland they really like to play card games, and I bet they would like to play Don't Wake the Llama as well. Another royalty room, and this one is the pale blue that I was talking you about, and I decided to put some bookcases, because I don't know, maybe the prince or the princess, or maybe the father and the mother of the Queen of Hearts would use this room and they would like to read some stuff over here. I don't know. I just really think it goes really well. Okay, adding some plants, and I don't know if it is in this room that I changed the color of the curtains. I decided to use some paintings from the spooky stuff pack, because I know they are mainly they did those paintings for Halloween because they are a little bit scary, but they are moving paintings, and we are in Wonderland where everything is like quite magic, and even if it is a little bit spooky, it doesn't really matter. Okay, here I was struggling again. I'm using this word a lot in this voiceover because I was like, what the fuck I'm going to do with this room? Am I going to do a staff room? Am I going to do a guest room? And guess what? I'm going to do a guest room because I just noticed that I didn't have a guest room yet, and I decided to add some fun activities like the darts, and I did put a fireplace. So this is a lounge room slash bedroom, because you have some fun activities to do like reading, and you have the darts and you have the fireplace, and I think I'm going to add a gramophone as well. I didn't, like I said, add any electronics beside the gramophone because I think it would ruin the aesthetic of this building. I decided to put some fragrances over there, some perfume, and there you go. I'm going to put the gramophone, and I think we are ending the second floor decorations, adding some lighting. I also thought about using the third space for this room, but I was already struggling in what about to put in that division, so I decided to let that in some empty rooms. Okay, so yeah, adding some decoration items to the second floor hallway because I realized that I didn't have that many decorations, and I found the knights. The knights are really cool, and they really make this castle look awesome. I decided to use an incense object, and yeah, some. Oh, by the way, I decided to use a barbecue place over here because why not? I think in the medieval era, in the medieval, I'm just bugging with the word. In this era, I think they could do some barbecue stuff with like rocks, but since there's no item looking more old-fashioned, I decided to use that barbecue item over there. There you go. We are in the basement. Here we have the sauna. Me placing the sauna, and then I realized the sauna room was a little bit large that I would need for it, and I decided to add this really cool treasure chests. I don't know, she can the queen can really put some of their jewelry over there. I mean, this is the basement, you can put anything in here. I decided to use those divisions and put on wardrobe and 2 chairs, and I decided to put the bigger half walls the game has. I don't know, I think it made quite sense. I don't know why, but I think it looks really cool, and I decided to add the dine out trimming because I think it looks really cool. Now I'm going to do the bathroom, the downstairs bathroom, again with the this is not the custom content sink, but this is a really small bathroom. It's only a toilet, a sink, and a painting. Now this is the banquet slash party room that I'm really happy how it turned out. I decided to use a yellowish color. I decided to add a bar and the banquet table. I ended up realizing that we have to banquet tables that do exactly the same, but they do have different designs. So I decided only to left the one who has the fancy towel in it. I know that I'm using like that big furniture over there with that flags that don't really look like would match the castle aesthetic, but it does match this aesthetic of this room, and this room is to have fun, so why not have that bar? I don't know, I think it looks really medieval, so I don't really care. I decided to add an aquarium. I was thinking about adding a dancing floor, but I was like, I think there's no enough space. This is the only room that I changed, one of the room that I changed the curtains. And now we are moving to the last royalty room that I like to call it royalty master bedroom for the guest families that come to see the Queen of Hearts. And it's the only room it's really white on the wallpaper, and then I gave it a really big contrast, as you're going to see, with the furniture, and it's one of the best rooms besides from the Queen of Hearts room, because you can be on the room and watch the wonderful view of the moat and listening to the water sprinkling from the fountain, which is really relaxing in my opinion. I was almost forgetting to furnish the first tower I built on the outside, on the front of the castle, and I decided to turning it on into a craftsman's room. Like you have a work table and a crafting pumpkins table with two chairs, so your Sims can sit all over on that division as well. We are really reaching the end of this video. Thank God. I don't know how I did record the voiceover with a length of 1 hour. Thank you so much. This was really a challenge. Thank you so much for all the support you have been giving to me. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give it a comment if you want any builds, if you have any build ideas. Thank you so much for the support again. See you next time. Don't forget to watch the cinematic/showcase video that's already uploaded, and it's going to appear on the end of this video, and the link is on the description box. And bye. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much. Bye dears.